I'm Suzanne Thielen. I'm an associate professor in kinesiology, and I do research in obesity treatment and prevention. Back in the Renaissance, the cultural value for obesity, obesity was valued, was seen as if you had money, you were supposed to be overweight or obese, and that was considered beautiful. And so if you look at the Renaissance paintings, you've got these beautiful, heavy women, and that's what was valued and seen as attractive. Weight and what a culture sees as beautiful has really evolved. And now it's the low-income populations that tend to be heavier and the high-income populations that tend to be, and that really reflects a shift in our value. The food stamp program has evolved over the years in the context of this obesity epidemic. Nationally, looking at the food stamp program and some of the food choices that they're only permitted to buy certain foods, and a lot of them are highly caloric and junky. The studies have been kind of mixed. We used to think there's more fast food restaurants near the low-income populations. Now we see that's not true. They're not more highly concentrated in low-income areas. Less access to healthy foods in low-income populations. Well, that's not exactly true anymore, because we've seen that in low-income populations, the access to healthy foods is there. Maybe it's the price. There's hypotheses about low income just being less educated. It may be ethnicity, because there more minorities are more likely to be low income, and there's different values put on weight across different ethnicities. Access, it could be cost, it could be knowledge, it could be availability, it could be race or ethnic disparities. There's a whole host of reasons, and I don't think we know. I don't think we really know. We've tried to help low-income children through the schools, and all incomes through public schools, and so, but when it comes down to it, you need to target the same things regardless of income. But a lot of the interventions in low-income populations, and WIC in particular, have really tried to distill and make the intervention just understandable and appropriate for low literacy, because that goes along sometimes with low income. It's just a matter of some of the communities and the way you get into these different low-income communities and the way you get into kind of subcultures that exist. You really have to tailor it, whether it's YMCA or after school Boys and Girls Club or the teen social. There's been interventions, church-based interventions that go through all different incomes. African American women spend more time often in the hair salon than a Caucasian woman would, because they get their hair changed and they get it's more of a kind of a social thing too. You really get to know your hairdresser, and so there's been some weight loss interventions trying to work within the concept of hair salon. I think there's been some really creative ideas and ways to just get the things we know to help manage weight to kind of really disseminate that. Well, successful programs are multidimensional, and they target an array of things. So they target the stress, and they target the environment, and they target the access, and they target the home environment, and we can target all these things.